One of these 8 aircraft doesn't even need a runway. All 8 are redefining what's possible in aviation right now, and number 1 doesn't even have a fuel tank. Let's count down all 8. Number 8. Nautilus Blended Wing Body. At number 8, Nautilus is doing something that hasn't happened in commercial aviation in over a century, completely reimagining the shape of the aircraft itself. Their blended wing body design merges the fuselage and wings into a single continuous lifting surface, cutting drag by up to 40%. That translates to 25 to 50% less fuel burned per flight. Not incremental, generational. The Kona Cargo variant hauls approximately 8,000 pounds over 900 miles and can operate from unpaved runways. The larger Horizon passenger concept carries up to 200 passengers and directly challenges the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320 at a fraction of the fuel cost. Subscale prototypes have already flown. The order backlog is real. Blended wing body aircraft have been theorized for decades. Nautilus is actually building them. Number 7. Boom Overture. At number 7, Boom Supersonic is bringing back what Concorde retired more than 20 years ago. The Overture cruises at approximately 1,122 miles per hour. That cuts transatlantic times in half. New York to London in under 4 hours, Los Angeles to Tokyo in 6. United Airlines, American Airlines, and Japan Airlines have placed 130 orders before a single full-scale prototype has flown. What separates Overture from Concorde is viability. It runs on 100% sustainable aviation fuel, meets current noise standards, and is engineered for boomless cruise over land. Shockwaves refract upward before they reach the ground. Boom's XB-1 demonstrator broke the sound barrier in January 2025. The Overture Superfactory in Greensboro, North Carolina, is already operational. Supersonic commercial travel isn't a concept anymore. Number 6. Archer Midnight. At number 6, Archer Aviation's Midnight is the official air taxi of the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games. And that's just the beginning. The Midnight carries a pilot and 4 passengers at speeds up to 150 miles per hour over approximately 100 miles per charge. 12 tilting propellers provide vertical takeoff, transition to forward flight, and deliver extraordinary redundancy. The electric powertrain generates roughly 100 times less noise than a helicopter. Archer is in active FAA Phase 4 certification, has completed 55-mile test flights at over 125 miles per hour, and holds a $1 billion United Airlines order. Commercial operations in American cities are targeted for this year, with full Olympics deployment in 2028. The vision: Manhattan to JFK in under 10 minutes for approximately $200. Not someday. Now, before we get to our top 5, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible aviation content. Number 5. Cirrus Vision Jet G3. At number 5, the Cirrus Vision Jet G3 launched in February of this year and immediately reinforced why this is the world's best-selling jet for the 8th year running. Priced at approximately $3.7 million, it cruises at 365 miles per hour with a range of 1,275 miles. Denver to New York without a fuel stop. What makes the G3 genuinely revolutionary is its safety stack. The Cirrus airframe parachute system deploys a whole aircraft parachute in an emergency, a feature found on no other jet. The Safe Return Emergency Auto-Land system can land the plane automatically if the pilot becomes incapacitated. A personal jet that can essentially save itself. Over 700 Vision jets delivered. The G3 is proof that aviation's most disruptive safety innovations don't always come from the giants. Number 4. Boeing 777X. At number 4, the Boeing 777X is the largest twin-engine airliner ever built. And it does something no commercial aircraft has done before. Powered by 2 General Electric 9X engines, each delivering over 105,000 pounds of thrust. The 777X has a range of approximately 11,000 miles. Any two cities on Earth non-stop. But the engineering story is in the wings. The 777X features the largest composite wings ever fitted to a commercial airliner. Wingtips hinge upward at the gate to fit existing airport infrastructure, then extend fully in the air, improving aerodynamic efficiency by over 10%. The cabin is pressurized to just 6,000 feet at cruise altitude, meaning passengers arrive meaningfully less fatigued than on conventional airliners. At approximately $450 million per aircraft, this is what the future of long-haul commercial aviation looks like. Number 3. Joby Aviation S4. At number 3, Joby Aviation just cleared the most consequential regulatory milestone in American aviation history. And it happened in March of this year. The S4 carries a pilot and 4 passengers at approximately 200 miles per hour, over 150 miles per charge, recharged in under 20 minutes. 6 tilting rotors transition from vertical takeoff to fixed-wing cruise. At 200 meters, takeoff noise measures roughly 65 decibels, about the volume of a normal conversation. In March 2026, the FAA confirmed Stage 4 type certification clearance, validating hardware conformity and fly-by-wire redundancy. No eVTOL has ever reached this point in American history. On June 30th, Toyota took a 51% manufacturing stake, bringing $400 million and the Toyota production system to scale production. Delta Airlines has committed up to $200 million for New York and Los Angeles service. Commercial service in Dubai is targeting late this year. The first American eVTOL certificate is a matter of when, not if. Number 2. Dassault Falcon 10X. At number 2, Dassault delivered the widest cabin in business aviation history, paired with range that reaches every corner of the planet. The Falcon 10X is priced at approximately $75 million. It cruises at approximately 710 miles per hour, with a range that connects New York to Tokyo or Los Angeles to London, non-stop. The cabin is 9 feet 2 inches wide, more than any competing aircraft in its class, including the Gulfstream G800 and the Bombardier Global 8000. That extra width isn't a marketing number. It means club seats where passengers face each other without knees colliding, flat beds wide enough to actually sleep, and an interior that feels less like an aircraft and more like a private apartment at 45,000 feet. Dassault built the 10X around one question: what does the passenger actually experience? The answer set a new standard for what ultra-long-range private aviation can be. Number 1. Aviation Alice. And at number 1, Aviation's Alice. Because no aircraft on this list represents a more fundamental break from everything aviation has been for the last 100 years. The Alice is the world's first fully electric commuter aircraft designed for commercial passenger service. No fuel, no combustion engine, no exhaust. 2 Magnix electric motors, a battery pack, and clean flight. It carries 9 passengers at approximately 250 miles per hour, with a range of approximately 250 miles per charge. That covers Boston to New York, San Francisco to Los Angeles, London to Paris. The regional routes that carry the majority of all commercial passengers. Operating costs are projected at roughly 50% lower than conventional turboprops because electricity is cheaper than jet fuel, and electric motors need dramatically less maintenance. Aviation accounts for approximately 2.5% of global CO2 emissions, with a true climate impact estimated 2 to 4 times higher. The Alice eliminates that entirely for short-haul travel. Alice completed its maiden flight in September 2022. The Alice is the first aircraft built on the assumption that fossil fuel has no future in aviation. Every aircraft on this list is remarkable, but this one changes what flight means. 8 aircraft, 8 revolutions. Which one impressed you most? Drop it in the comments. If you want to go deeper on one of the most extraordinary private jets flying today, Check out our full review of the Dassault Falcon 10X right here. See you there.